Well, you'll never believe it. As part of our service today, we are going to welcome Charles Darwin. And here you thought he was dead. Mm-mm. He is an English naturalist and geologist, but more than that, today is his birthday. I know! Is that cool or what? I'm going to count to 3, and on 3, let's say happy birthday, okay? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday! Oh, very good. Mr. Darwin also wrote the 1859 hit book, Origin of the Species, about evolution. That's what he's going to talk to us about today. Welcome, Mr. Darwin. We're so glad to have you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Hello, good people.
Hello.
I am indeed Charles Darwin, a geologist and more. Generally a student of the world. I recently went on a 5-year voyage on the HMS Beagle, a right fine ship that took me across the wide ocean to study the immense diversity of animals and fossils. Now, as you know, today is my birthday. I was born in 1809 on this day. I died in 1882 at the age of 73. And when I found out about your service today, about evolution, thanks to one of Reverend Soto's robocalls, I just had to come. I'm here in 2017 thanks to time travel. Not like my friend Frederick Douglass, who came back to life by a tweet or an executive order. I was also able to sail from the Galapagos Islands through the Panama Canal, and thanks to global warming, up the St. Lawrence Seaway, through Lake Ontario, the Welland Canal bypassing the Niagara Falls, and through Lake Erie to the Detroit River to Motown. Wow. And by Uber, thanks to Tricia Pysiak, right here to UUCF. Oh, and by the way, have you seen the new light show at the Niagara Falls? Beautiful. Something called LED. I think it means light emitting diodes or something like that. Bright and way more energy efficient. And on the way, of course, I stopped in New York City to talk with my friend, astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson, and thanks to him for my time travel. And have you seen him on TV? He's got a great show called Sky Talk, and deals with all kinds of different topics. I also checked in with my friend Bill Nye, the science guy. I have no idea where he was, but we were able to talk about genetics and evolution thanks to Skype or FaceTime or something like that. Isn't science and technology great when it's used for peaceful purposes? Yeah. Anyway, here's what I would like to say to you today regarding evolution. So this is my summary of evolution. The big idea behind evolution is that living things make more of themselves than can survive. I know it might sound troubling, but it's true. Left on their own, dandelions would take over the world. That's why there are so many acorns on the ground. So species make more than can survive, and they compete. They compete for places in the ecosystem. Along this line, the conclusion that I, Darwin, reached, that many other naturalists also reach naturally, is that we all have a common ancestor. We are all descended from the same thing, whatever that thing is. Sometimes people talk about the ancestor as a single-celled organism or something like this. there's no other evidence on earth so far that there's any other way to do it except by DNA. So the thing that is fascinating to many modern scientists is that I, Darwin, wrote a book where I have the theory and the experiments, two different and important kinds of scientific exploration, observation and doing experiments and coming up with theories. Of course, I tried to be as diligent as I could with all my experiments. I didn't have the advantages of modern science, such as knowledge of DNA. In my day, your science of genetics had not even been discovered yet, as you know. Science of genes and chromosomes. I was simply using my skills of logic and observation, looking at my collection of plants and animals and fossils and reaching logical conclusions. I am, of course, quite honored that your scientist and educator, Bill Nye, thinks that the conclusions in my work are amazing and world-changing. And I am proud. I am proud and grateful that modern science has confirmed my initial conclusions. Thank you for having me here today, and thank you for your appreciation of my work and of science.
Let's give Mr. Darwin a hand.